Hey everyone, welcome back to another Grand Arena. This is Chemo. This is the round 2, week 1 battle of season 10. As you can see here, this is my board that I'm working with. I was able to get a screenshot before anybody was able to attack. As you can see on my front walls, I've got a DR and Padme teams in the bottom. On the top, I got GG and Bugs. And so I forgot to take pictures of individual sections for the front, so I apologize about that. But the first battle that I'm going to do is the Darth Revan battle. I know that my gas team works pretty well with that, and don't think there's going to be anything else I can use it for. So I decided to take in gas for this first battle here. This is a pretty standard, pretty easy win. I've never lost against a standard Darth Revan team with my gas team. I don't have all R7s on my team, only gas is R7, but essentially you take out BSF first, and then the rest of it gets a lot easier from here. When you take her out, prevents the wild lightning from happening from Darth Revan, and then she usually follows it up with her AoE shock that can destroy your team. But if she's gone, there's really not a threat of losing. I'm going to lose a character or two sometimes, but this is a pretty simple battle overall. And so, not the prettiest of banners, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it gets the job done. So you can see I've dropped 2 characters here, but to clean up, thankfully it was the same timing that gas stood up, and 52 is not horrible, not great, but I'll take it. The next battle for that section was the Padme. I love using JKR against Padme. It's a very versatile team. And so I like putting Shock T in here as well because she can dispel a lot of the buffs that the Padme team can put out on her basic, which is super helpful. And so just very grateful for that fact. And this is pretty easy kind of for me. Mark JKA first. I made a mistake here in dispelling GK. I shouldn't have done that. Because then I wasn't necessarily going to know if I was going to do the big hit here on JKA, but thankfully I was able to because I was able to get rid of all his bonus protection. Otherwise I wouldn't have crit and been able to kill him. But from here, it's not too bad. Just kind of clean up from this point. There's no bonus turns I have to worry about at this point. They did somehow target down Jolie and kill him, which was a little unfortunate, but thankfully I hadn't lost Savior yet. Otherwise this would have made this battle a whole lot more interesting. But and in a way, killing him was better because then I was able to get all those banners back. And so at this point, now it's my turn. Got control again. Now I just got to kind of bide my time until I can mark Padme again. Once I can take her out, then I don't have to worry about the bonus protection on assists, which makes this even easier. With C3PO definitely makes it challenging. You're hitting characters. He's adding bonus protection, so that can make it tricky. But as I said, the key right here is just to knock out Padme quickly as possible, so I don't have anybody come in and snipe my Jolie and then make this a lot less fun. And so yeah, here I was able to mark Padme. Now it's just doing my best to take her out without assist, because otherwise I'll just keep stacking the bonus protection and I'll never kill her. And so just kind of again biding time, waiting for the big hit from Yoda. Decided I was going to go ahead and steal some buffs here first, and then come in with the big hit, take her out. Didn't even crit, but it was enough. I got my Yoda R7, lots of offense on him. He's over, I don't know, he's over 10,000 for sure on offense. I don't remember how much he's got, but he's pretty loaded, and so he's gonna get some work done. So at this point, now it's just cleanup. I just got to take out GK and Ahsoka, and just trying to do my best to recover banners as well. I don't use Shock T a whole lot, so you see me using the abilities to try to figure out what they're trying to do and what I can do to recover some banners here. I'm doing all right, but I can recover a few more banners at this point. Looks like I'm missing about 4 out of 5 on protection, and Shock T just lost some there, and so need to get some assists going at this point, making sure that I can recover all the banners that I possibly can. I was pretty confident that I could get a victory here on this opponent because they went really heavy on defense. I felt like I had enough to clear, but they did not leave themselves enough for offense, and you'll see that towards the end of this battle as well. I do like to go heavy on defense, but I like to use a lot of teams that will get me good banners and still punch above their weight class. And so that's kind of my strategies when I'm going through Grand Arena. And so as you can see, I've gotten GK out, who's a huge nuisance. Once he's gone, it's not so difficult anymore as well. Not having to worry about that crit avoidance that he passes around to the team. I can take everybody out a little bit more quickly. I've got just about everybody's banners back. I'm missing just a smidge on Jolie. And so I want to see what I can do to get his banners back. But unfortunately, remember correctly, that I don't quite get him all the way back up. I was trying to decide what I could do here. I was hoping I could pass Master's Training over to Yoda, maybe pass it back, but not enough time. But 59 banners, not too bad. Before I went to the bottom to show you guys what that was, I wanted to go back up top. I wanted to make sure that this was going to work because my bottom section had a Bosk and crew team, and I needed to make sure that I could kill this GG team because I wanted to be able to use Padme with Qui-Gon Jinn to get the feat that was going with the Ahsoka portrait, which I really wanted. I don't always care about the feats, but that portrait was pretty cool, and I wanted to make sure I could get it. I know that this counter can work, but it can also go south very quickly, and so I wanted to make sure I could control Grievous, do the fracture on him right here, so I don't have to worry about him taking any turns at all. Oh, excuse me, I passed that over first. Got to make sure you isolate B2, because if you don't isolate B2, he is going to take way too many bonus turns. And since I knew Traya was about to take a turn anyways, the passing of the turn meter made sense. And so at this point, able to increase cooldown. So I've got the team pretty well under control. That taunt will get pretty annoying, but nothing that can't be managed. And so the other beautiful thing about GG being under Fracture right now is that if I kill anybody, his bonus turn won't do anything because he's fractured. Now, he will immediately take a turn once Thrawn goes, and so I have to be careful of that. And as you'll see in a moment, this is about to occur, and this is when it gets pretty dicey. Thrawn nearly dies there, and now EP is almost dead. And at this point, I'm thinking this might end up being a 2-shot, which is not what I wanted at all. I like to get a single shot for all of the teams if possible. But this team's still pretty solid. I got a Relic 3 Vader. The rest are Gear 12. So hoping I can do my best to still clear this team well. I'm trying to keep Droidic under control. I don't want him popping off on somebody and just really ruining my day, because that would be really bad. And so I want to get a kill. I'm hoping I can get a kill on Droidica, and I do. So that way I was able to get 2 kills in one. So that way GG only got 1 bonus turn as opposed to 2, which makes my life a lot easier in terms of surviving. At this point now, his health is pretty high, and I just wanted to make sure I could get to the Annihilate on General Grievous, to make sure he's not going to do any more funky things to my team. As you can see, I'm pretty low on health, but thankfully I was up, ready to go, and 49 banners is not pretty, but I got the job done. And so by able to do that, I was then able to use my CLS team versus this Bug team. These Bugs were all Gear 12. I have relics on everyone except for R2, so I wasn't super concerned about winning this battle. It's just making sure that you can control everyone on this team. GBA and Poggle specifically, if you can't control them, ability block or stun, they can cleanse everything that you've done, and it can really go south very quickly. And so I was able to get stuns on the 2 cleansers. So at this point, I'm pretty safe. Just wanting to do my best to keep the team under control and keep my own team from losing too many banners, because I want to still try to be as efficient as possible. I wanted to stun Sunback as well, just trying to stun as many characters as I possibly can. Here's Sunback here. And so got GBA out, which once he goes down, there's really no more threat to this team. I mean, technically Spy could go off and hit somebody, but I mean, that's going to be 1 shot. It's not constant assisting, constant turn meter being given to the entire team. So here it's just trying to recover banners as much as possible. I should have taken out Brute here in just a moment. I decided to take out Soldier to try to not have to worry about any turn meter gains. But thankfully, the damage that they did to R2 wasn't enough to take away a banner, so I was able to get the full 60. So here's a picture of the crew and boss teams. They're not super threatening, but enough that I need to make sure that I have the right teams to counter them. And so the first thing I want to do is take that Padme team that I want to use the feat for against his boss. And he's got a few relics on him, so I do have to be careful, but I figured even with a super weak Qui-Gon Jinn in here, because he's like Gear 2 or whatever he is, I still thought I would be able to do it well and still get the job done. It ends up being a little dicier than I would have liked, but at this point, I was stuck on his taunt and just figured, well, I'll just take him out now. I've already got pretty far into it, and I just wanted to be able to take out Bosk. But I was like, you know what? I want to take out Grief, but it didn't do nearly as much damage. I always forget my Ahsoka's only Gear 12. I have not relicked her yet, and so she just doesn't do quite the damage. But I want to be able to take out Grief too. Didn't want him giving any cleansing or things like that. Boba comes in and just wrecks my day on Ahsoka, which I did not appreciate at all. But I felt like I still have enough of the team left to take out the rest of them, and I definitely do. But I just, again, lost more banners than I would have liked to. But this team got the job done, and I got the feat that I wanted as well. And so I think I will get to the end of this, and I'll get, I don't remember, 52, 53 banners, somewhere around there. Dengar being the banner stealer that it is, sticking around to the very end, being very much of a nuisance. But that's all right. Thankfully, when I get the protection up, his bombs don't stick. But either way, 51 banners is what I finished with. All right, the final ground team is this crew team. I decided to take my what I usually use for Night Sisters against this crew team because it's about all I had left that was good offense, and I knew that Wampa could get the job done. This whole team was gear 12, and my Wampa is R3, and so I knew that he could just power his way through this, not having to worry about it at all. And he's just going to tear through the team with Grandmaster's training and with the weapon tech from Watt. He's just going to punch through everyone's defense, which is what they live on, the two Kylos do, and it's just going to not be an issue at all. And so you can see Old Ben's taking a few hits, but with the tank tech, he's going to recover his protection, and Wampa's just going to go to town taking care of everybody they can. I'm already topped back up 60 banners at the moment. Slight sliver missing on Old Ben, but that will be easy to recover either through Hermit Yoda or through Watt. And so just got to clean up these last couple characters. Executioner is still the major threat here. Get him out. Kylo's annoying because of the AoE, but as you can see, the counter will just take care of him. Watt is able to top off everybody's protection, and then just finishing off Officer here for a clean 60 banner win, which I will always take. And so the fleet battle, I kind of messed up on that one. I took a picture of what it was, but I forgot to record the video. I did get the victory. I just took a Rebel fleet in there, undersized. It was super easy. Had Malevolence left over, but just I get more banners through the Rebel fleet. And so, as you can see, I finished with 1725. Not the best banners, but my opponent, like I said, didn't keep enough for offense. He put way too many of his meta teams on defense and couldn't even clear any section of mine. And so it was unfortunate for him, but obviously I'll take the easy W. And so, yeah, it's round 2 win for me in week 1. So on to the championship match in a couple days, and we'll return with you guys shortly. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you do enjoy the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. But I will see you guys another time, and may the force be with you.